Gotham Knights. I'm actually not as excited for Gotham Knights as I
Oh
was.
my God, you said the one thing I
Think
didn't
about
want to hear you say.
Dude, it's an RPG. You know I don't like RPGs.
I know you don't like RPGs. I love RPGs. So like,
Like every time they say the word RPG in this game in the same sentence, I get upset because I'm like, I want Batman, but I don't want RPG Batman. But I'm gonna play it.
I'm going to lock myself in my room for like 2 weeks, turn off my phone when this game comes out, when Hogwarts Legacy comes out. 2 weeks in my room alone, no phone, no connection to the outside world. I'll get like a little like pee bag or something. Like I'm not leaving my room at all.
But yeah, they gave us some more exposition on the Court of Owls from Penguin. Um, they showed a tiny bit
I
again.
don't like the fact that they gave Penguin an like American accent. Like I
He sounded
understand that
like
not every version of Penguin is British, but
he sounded
Arkham
like the
Penguin is like
version.
my favorite Penguin of all time. I need it.
Yeah, he sounded like the version. He sounded like Colin Farrell's Penguin.
He does. He sounds exactly like Colin Farrell's Penguin. I'm like, Colin Farrell's Penguin's shaping up to be cool, but like I want my like Cockney accent, like I want that kind of. It's either that or I want the 2004 The Batman where he sounds like Waluigi. That's like it's either those two. Those are the only voices I can hear when I hear Penguin. I don't hear an American accent.
You know what? I want like a Waluigi version of Penguin where he's like a short, buff dude that actually fights Batman.
That is the 2004 Batman
Oh,
animated.
really?
Yeah, that's literally him.
I don't remember anything about that series except for Kevin Michael Richardson is the Joker, and that's about it.
No, he throws hands with Batman. Like he throws hands with Batman, and that is his voice. He's like, "Wah, Batman." Wah." Like that's literally. It's amazing. I love that version of Penguin. No
Kevin
version of
Michael,
Penguin will ever beat that.
Kevin Michael Richardson is probably one of my favorite Joker voices. He does it good.
Mine too. He's also the only version of Joker that I don't get sick of. Like I actively want more of his Joker. I don't want any Joker any other time.
Was Harley Quinn's Joker is up there for me as well. That Joker's pretty good.
The only scene I've ever seen out of that Joker is the where's my car, Bruce? And he tied him up. He was like, Bruce Wayne, you guys promised an electric car. I pre-ordered it. That was a funny Joker.
You need to watch that show. It's great.
I don't want to watch that show.
Dude, you'll enjoy it. It has
I
Batman.
don't want to watch it.
Damian Wayne is hilarious in this show.
I've seen that clip where he's like, when can I have sex to Batman? Batman's like, never.
He just leaves.
uh,
But yeah, you have anything about Gotham Knights? I don't have much. They didn't really show much.
there was something I meant to talk about last week that I completely forgot to talk about, which I was playing Destiny, and Destiny reminded me that about what I wanted to see in Gotham Knights. I want Gotham Knights to be like really they're talking about like there's other villains and stuff like that. Gotham City is really like it's a big place, a lot of villains, a lot of side quests, a lot of cases you can take on. They're really talking about like the investigation aspect. And they even showed like a little like blip of gameplay in the thing or in the story trailer where like Tim flips over and I'm like that looks in like investigation. That looks like investigation. I'm so hyped for that. But something that Destiny does that I really love, that I really want to see, especially a game like Gotham Knights, where Gotham City is full of secrets, to do is not spell anything out for the play. Like obviously like some like initial stuff, yeah, you can spell that out. But like what Destiny will do is you'll be playing, and this happened to me. I was playing in, I think, the Dreaming City, and I got this thing. I picked up an item that said distress signal or something like that. And so I go into the menu to like look at it because sometimes when you pick up like quests or objects or something, you can hit like an inspect button. There was no inspect button. I kept reading it over and over again. I was like, I don't understand what this is saying. And it was saying something about the distress beacon is talking about heart, yada yada yada. And I was like, I don't okay. And it had been in my thing for like months. And so finally I was bored one day. I was like, I'm just gonna start clearing all my quests that I haven't completed yet. And that thing popped up and I looked it up and it turned out there's an entire side quest, but you have to figure out the clue that it gives you. And the thing that it gives you is referencing a place in the Dreaming City called like the Harbinger Point or something like that. And you have to go and find that place where it's talking about the Harbinger. And like I want something like that in Gotham Knights. Like
I wonder.
that's what I want.
I wonder if there will be Riddler trophies in either Suicide Squad or Gotham Knights or both.
If there are Riddler trophies in either game, I'm uninstalling immediately. I don't want no. I don't want
Riddler
Riddler
trophies.
I don't want Riddler
Like
trophies.
sometimes I would go after them and then end up getting frustrated and just like, you know what, I'm done. And like in Gotham Knights, I so wanted to get to that final boss fight because it's one of the only good boss fights in the game. But I was like, bro, I'm not
Arkham
finding
Knight.
all of these trophies.
You said Gotham Knights.
Yeah, I'm in Arkham Knight.
Okay.
It's one of the
Yeah,
only
no.
good boss fights that's actually a boss fight.
In Arkham Knight.
Like the rest of them just aren't. They're just tank battles, or you're sneaking up on Jason Todd while he's trying to snipe you. I hate so much that they just overused the Batmobile and barely had any boss battles. Like I wanted to fight Deathstroke.
I just hate Arkham Knight. Like Arkham Knight had so much
I don't
potential to
hate
be
it. I
so
don't.
good.
I think it's a good game. I just don't think it's as good as the other ones.
My favorite part of Arkham Knight is that one. It's that one section where you have to go up into like the airship or whatever it is, like the little blimp, and you have to go inside. That's probably my favorite. It requires
Like,
puzzle solving, no Batmobile section at all, because thank God they didn't make the Batmobile fly, like the one thing they didn't let the Batmobile
it
do.
would have been cool to be able to fly the Batwing though.
Don't give Rocksteady ideas.
Oh,
Don't give
Rocksteady
Rocksteady
at the
ideas.
Batwing, have us able to fly the Batwing.
Don't give them ideas because they're gonna make it they're either gonna make it as bad or worse than the Batmobile. Don't do that.
You gotta fight helicopters all the time.
They made you fight helicopters in the
They did.
Batmobile. It's
Or
like
they,
everything Batman was able to do in all
or they
the
make it
previous three games.
or they make it modular to where like you're in the Batmobile and then like it can turn into the Batwing and it can turn into a motorcycle.
Oh my god. This is like
Yeah,
90s Hasbro's wet dream right
the
now.
bat
I'm like, no.
the Batmobile could be cool. The same with the Batwing. Like a modular Batmobile could be cool. They just have to not use it too much.
Yeah, we're about like 6 years too late to be telling Rocksteady this. Like,
Like you can do it. You just have to not use it as much. Hopefully they've learned their lesson.
I hope so too, because Jesus Christ, that Batmobile was insane. It's like everything Batman could do in the
Like
previous three games, he suddenly couldn't do without the Batmobile. Like, I'm like, are you serious right
it
now?
was cool at first, but it got tiring really fast.
The evening the odds, the whole like, what are you doing? Evening the odds, and the Batmobile like swings in. That was awesome. After the first hour with the Batmobile, I wanted to never touch that car again. I was done.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what was their need to make the Batmobile. Like, did they feel like you wouldn't use it if you didn't have to use it all the time?
That is an excellent question because
It's
they
like,
really didn't give you a choice.
it's like you're gonna use it because it's open world and you have to get places. I'm like, yeah, you can glide, but it's the Batmobile, so you're gonna want to drive it. Like
Right.
just by virtue of it being the Batmobile, I feel like they didn't trust the Batmobile to attract people just by the fact that it's the Batmobile. People are gonna want to drive it. That's all you needed. You didn't need to have every other mission be I'm in the Batmobile and I'm shooting tanks.
And then they tried so hard to give Batman a non-lethal reason, and it was like, oh,
There are certain, like, I could see places where using the tank in a boss battle could have been. That's a thing because there weren't a lot of boss battles. Imagine a Poison Ivy boss battle where you have to use the tank and fly around and like drive around her, like similar to the boss battle in Arkham Asylum where she's in a giant plant, but you're using the Batmobile instead of Batman, and then occasionally you have to jump out and then like land on top of her or something. Like there are places where they could have used the Batmobile, and it could have been cool, like really cool in a boss battle, but there weren't many boss battles. And if it
there
was,
was like four boss battles in the whole
if
game.
it was against like the same tank that you
Yeah.
had to sneak up behind and like shoot from the back. It was weird. I feel like it was like a lot of missed opportunities with the Batmobile that they could have had that I'm disappointed in. I still like that game. It was fun.
There are moments in that game that I love, but for the most part, I did not like that
And
game.
I feel like, and you know, they're doing it now with Gotham Knights, but even I feel like before they made Gotham Knights, maybe they could have had because WB Montreal and you know Rocksteady, they had WB Montreal make Arkham Origins, right? So what if
Yeah.
instead of Gotham Knights, they just straight up made like a continuation of Batman, the Arkham games, where you can switch between Nightwing, Tim Drake, and Batgirl? Because I feel like it was a missed opportunity to not just straight up have either of those characters as like playable characters within the open world of Arkham Knight. They had DLC, some of those characters. They even had a Harley Quinn DLC, but and with Red Hood, because Red Hood was in that game. I forgot. Like they could have had, I feel like it would have been cool to explore the actual open world with those characters.
I don't want more exploration of Arkhamverse Tim at all, please.
I mean, they could have made him better.
I don't want any more Arkhamverse Tim, please.
What didn't you like about it?
Like,
Actually, don't talk
okay,
about it too much because we got to wrap up soon. But just
okay,
very succinctly.
he was cool in City. After City and Night, even in they literally made him Dick Grayson, but like with Tim Drake's name, and then with like a really bad haircut, like really, I don't know why they made him
He
bald.
looked
Apparently,
like
they made him bald because he was going undercover in like the
I think
military or something like that.
they
I'm
made
like,
him
really?
they made him look like the version from the Batman and Robin and Batman Forever movies.
Yeah, that actor literally he looks physically like him in the face, and then with the haircut, he looks just like him in NCIS. Just like him. I'm like, this does not look good. He's also like 34 in that game. I know he's not actually 34, but he looks like he's like 34.
He
Like,
like he said his
he
bitch
looks
there.
older than Bruce. I'm like, did Bruce adopt him or did he adopt Bruce? I'm confused. I don't like. Are you serious right now? No, this is gross. I don't want this.
That Hush storyline
They
was
made him marry Barbara. I'm like, really? That's disgusting.
yeah, it's so weird. It's
That
really
was nasty. I'm like, no, please, no, no more of this.
it's odd. It's really weird.